Hey everybody, it's Natalie Barnes here from Beyond the Reef Patterns. Welcome to the Mary and Maud Mystery Quilt Along. I'm so glad that you've joined us, and it's going to be easy peasy. We're going to have short instructions because most of this you know how to do, but we're going to make this as easy as possible. I've got 2 pages of instructions from the beginning day here. We've got some general instructions here and pieces that you're going to need to cut. Now, don't skip ahead and make these pieces. I know you overachievers, you're going to try and make everything that's needed and then just put them together for the blocks. So wait, just get everything all set, get all of your different pieces in piles according to each fabric design, and then every day just give yourself 15-20 minutes, sit, make the pieces for each of the day's blocks. It's only 7 days and then the big reveal on 8. So don't skip till the end of the book. Just enjoy each of the days. I know you're going to want to. We've got some general instructions here, and here is your first block. So all of this is not posted yet because I didn't want you to skip ahead and go on to chapter 2, but this is all going to get posted on our blog. There's a link from the website. It's going to be on the website. It's also going to be on YouTube. And then, of course, it will be here. But when you want to print these, you're going to find information for links so that you can print from all the description information on YouTube. So if we are working with this, what we're going to end up with is this. It looks so much prettier in fabric, doesn't it? I mean, really. It's nothing like the real thing. I wanted to tell you just a couple of things. All of the information is here. Remember, you're going to need your 9 fat quarters. You're going to need some general sewing tools and some quilting tools. You're going to need a ruler to cut your strips, a ruler to cross-cut those strips into 4.5 and 2.5 inch squares. But in order to make the 4.5 and 2.5 inch half square triangles, I would like to suggest that you use the goddess tool and this bottom part here, because you can cut the same size for the half square triangles from the 4.5 inch strip. Normally I would be making my half square triangles by cutting them 1 inch larger than they need to be, and then trimming them and, you know, making 2 at a time and doing all of that. But in reality, in order to achieve the amount of pieces that we need for our mystery, we can take 1 4.5 inch strip and cut the triangles and the squares out of that. Same thing with the 2.5 inch strip. And then also what you can do is make sure that you've got, I think you can see, the little dog ears are cut off of each of these as well. So that when you put 2 of these together to zip this through your machine, which I'm going to do real quickly here just for a minute, I think I am, you can see, and again, just make sure that you're sewing accurately and that you've cut accurately, and you're going to have great success. I'm going to go ahead and start here. My trusty HD9. I went a little crooked. Boy, one thing I've gotten used to is that needle up position and that thread cutter. Another little tip, sorry, I'm wandering here, is that I want to make sure that you press all of your seams open. But once you do that, you are done with your half square triangle piece, and you don't need to trim anything, you don't need to do anything, and it's going to be extremely accurate because you cut it accurately and you sewed it accurately. So you just put 2 pieces together, sew, and that piece is done. So the other part is we can get exactly what we need out of a fat quarter instead of adding yardage to this. So promise me, number 1, you won't read ahead. Number 2, or sew ahead. Number 2, just schedule a little bit of time every day for your block in the sew along. Get all of your fabrics all ready to go and in nice little neat piles here. And so tomorrow, when you're done with this block and you're ready for block number 2, your sewing station is all set up. You've got all of your cutting supplies if you need them. You can trim. You can, if you've got some needles, pins that you need. You've got them close by. You've already put a new needle in your machine. You've loaded your bobbin right with your Aurifil, so you know you've got a lot of thread in that bobbin. You're sewing on your favorite machine, of course mine, the Janome HD9, and you'll just be ready to go a little bit at a time for the next 7 days. And on day 8, we'll have the big reveal. We are going to announce some giveaways along the way too. So we're going to be asking you along the way what you think it is that we might be making. And we'll start on day 2, asking you to participate by leaving a comment, and that will give you an opportunity for a Fat Quarter giveaway of Mary and Maud, all 12 SKUs. One of the things that I wanted to point out in this first page, again, is that you're making a 36.5 by 40.5 inch wall hanging. Ultimately, that's what it's going to end up being. If you want to bind that, it'll be 1/3 of a yard for binding and 1.5 yards for backing. And I did a straight drop and added a little bit of extra all the way around in case you were sending that out to be machine quilted. So I think that's it. Just promise me you won't skip to the end, but just enjoy a little bit every day. Make this just your gift to yourself and your way that you can sort of be just that much more ready for the holidays when they do finally come. So from Natalie Barnes here at Beyond the Reef Patterns with our Windham Fabrics, Mary and Maud, I want to thank you for being a part of the mystery quilt along for Mary and Maud. Thanks. I'm sure there's something I forgot to say, and we'll catch up tomorrow. And if I forgot something, leave your questions in the comments below. We want to get everything posted so you can get started. Day 1. Happy sewing.